Dean's Talk. You join us at the Eurotunnel today. We are about to head down to the south of France in the GT4. You've seen obviously previous videos of mine, the road trip videos. If you've seen them, it's going to be a similar sort of format. We're going to go and check out some of the roads down the south of France, basically searching for some nice roads really. We're going to a villa which we're staying in for about a week, but just going to film the journey down, talk a bit about road tripping and what it's like to road trip with the GT4. But yeah, it's about 6:30ish, and yeah, we better get on the train. So we're just going on to the train now. God, that coach has to swing quite wide, as you can see. We're on the large one. They're asking us to stop. Got a nice RS6 in front of us, which is a very good kind of European cruiser. But yeah, we if you don't know, mate, if you've seen our other videos or if you've ever been to Eurotunnel before, but if you haven't, when you book a car that's particularly big, whether you've got a roof box or it's like an estate or you're towing something, then you have to you automatically get put onto the larger trains. So yeah, the GT4 is not particularly wide, but it's low. It's low and wide, but it's more low than anything, so we'd end up scraping on the normal ones. But yeah, that coach is literally squeezing through. I thought they had their own one, like an even bigger one for them, but yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get on here. At a typical fashion, obviously it's raining as we're leaving the UK. It's probably gonna be raining when we get into France, but hopefully there's some better weather for us down in the south. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this into Europe. So 35 minutes later and we are coming off. I mean, it's not a big negative, but one thing that you notice that with this car, like when you're in first gear, with it being the manual, you know, you bring the clutch up, you start to get speed. It doesn't like going slow. Like you need to be going like at least 5-6 miles an hour to pull the clutch up and actually roll. In the Eurotunnel, obviously, you're not really going as quick as that. So it's slightly annoying in this car, but it's me just picking holes in this car because I love it so much. But yeah, we're coming off now, and it doesn't look like it's raining, which is nice. I can actually see a bit of blue sky, I think. So yeah, we're coming off now, and we're going to be heading down the A16 rather than the A1, and then going around Paris and heading to our first stop for the night. There we go, let's come off, give them a wave. So yeah, taking the A16 down. We're doing mainly kind of auto routes to get to the south of France. We're not going to be doing loads of back road, probably a little bit obviously to get to the hotel we're staying at, but it's mainly going to be kind of auto route, getting down there, and then when we get down there, enjoy some of the roads, which is what I want to do in the video, is just explore some roads, obviously tell you where they are, show you on the map, and yeah, just try and find some nice roads in the south of France to enjoy the car. I've barely driven it over winter, to be honest. You know, I think I've only done like 500 miles-ish over winter. And you know, now the weather's getting better, it's gonna, see if we can get it used a bit more, but I'm probably gonna do about 4 times that over the course of this road trip than I have done the last like 6 months. So yeah, I'm very happy to be at the GT4. It's the best place to drive it. And yeah, crack on. Quick fuel stop. Fortunately, we're dealing with 2.24 a litre. Best we could get was 98. But yeah, needs to be done. Normally I would fuel up outside of the auto route network, but sometimes the convenience is what you pay for. So we've just arrived at our stop for the night. Staying here just for one night. See, just about fits in. This time it's extra heavy. Not sure why, but yeah, this does fit in there. Shows the practicality of a GT4. Scratches up the side a bit, but not really that bad. But anyway, yeah, we're just staying here for the night, and then we are heading down to where we're staying for about a week, which we'll show you obviously when we get there, and that's where hopefully we'll find some nice roads. Today was okay, it was smooth, as it always is driving through France, but yeah, it just gets a bit tedious sometimes. It's quick and easy, but this car was built to go around corners, not in straight lines. But I had the detailer come around yesterday before we left, and other than it being covered in bugs, it's not horrendous, and the windscreen, but yeah, so we're here for the night. We've done near enough 700 kilometers on the dot, because I reset the trip as we left this morning in the UK. So yeah, 700 kilometers, that's I think 430 miles ish. Correct me on that, but yeah, so not too bad. I think if we'd done this amount of mileage in the UK, we'd feel shattered, but yeah, car's been well. Yeah, we just stay here for the night and then crack on to the south of France. This is our room for the night. Very nice view over the French countryside. Really nice stop here. Domaine de Dryads, not pronounced it right probably, but not the prettiest place on the outside, but honestly the inside is really good. We had a really nice view from our room. The room was really big. Dinner was really nice. Breakfast was really nice on the 6th floor, overlooking the French countryside. But it only cost about £8. And I think probably wouldn't even get a Premier Inn or a travel lodge for that sort of money nowadays. I don't know, but. There's a little stopover heading to the south of France. I'll post up where it is so you can see. It might not be, you know, you have to be coming down the route that we were, kind of almost like the middle, to stop over here. But yeah, for the money, it's really good. So we're going to head on the road. We've got about just under 500 kilometres of driving today, so a couple hundred less than yesterday. But yeah, we'll get on the road and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our journey yesterday, a few bits with the car, GT4 specifically, and just, yeah, what it's like to drive. Let's go. So we are heading down some back roads at the minute, on the D roads as they call them in France, heading towards the auto route, so we've got a nice bit of driving before we get on the slightly tedious auto routes. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about a little bit about, obviously, well, firstly where we're going. We're actually going to Courniou. Might be pronouncing that wrong. It's basically just an hour outside Courniou, which is yeah, it's like the main city around that area. But yeah, it's about an hour from there, and grey and cloudy here, but it looks like the weather's apparently getting nicer down there as we head further south, which is nice. But yeah, we're just going to stay in a villa there for a week. But like I said, we're going to have some days out driving. We're going to do a bit of videos and stuff on that. But yeah, I mean, yesterday, you know, this car does really well on these longer drives. Considering it's a GT car, it is super comfortable. Obviously, it helps with the European roads being a lot smoother and whatnot. But one thing I want to talk about was interesting with the 6-speed manual is, like, compared to the 7-speed PDK, is probably the fuel economy. I didn't buy this car for fuel economy, but it's just interesting, right? The normal, like, auto route speeds, because you're going between 80 to like 90 mile an hour, the car sits at over 3,500 RPM. So it can be quite, the noise doesn't bother me too much, but you are drinking fuel. Like, you're never going to see, like, I didn't, with those sort of speeds I wasn't really getting above 25 mpg. Like, whereas in the PDK, because you have that extra gear, you know, your fuel economy will actually be better. But you know, this is only relevant if you're considering it. If you're looking for the more fun option, the more engaging option, obviously the manual traffic we had yesterday was going outside of Paris, and that's probably the only time I don't like driving this car, if I'm honest with you, in stop-start traffic, because like I said, it just doesn't like going slow. You need to be at least 10 mile an hour in first gear for it to be happy. But yeah, I'm just picking up little things. You know, like I said, these aren't big things, but it's just worth knowing. One of the things actually was so I've got the stop start off at the minute. I always turn it off. I just don't really use stop start. But if you keep it on this car, it turns on the cylinder deactivation. Basically, obviously it's a 6-cylinder, but it cuts off half of them, so it runs as a 3-cylinder. But when you do it, the noise it makes is so loud, like it almost sounds like something's wrong. So I actually, especially driving on the oil roads, like I said, at the speed you're already going fast, the revs are already sitting high, so the car's already noisy. The last thing you need is the cylinder deactivation. I mean, I don't know, felt like it kept going on and off, on and off. If anyone has a GT4 that are watching this and understands it better, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I don't really care that much about it, to be honest. I don't think it's really worth it. But no, yeah, other than that, we've got about 440 kilometres to go, and going to enjoy some of these D roads before we get onto the oil road. We're now on some kind of back roads, some D roads, heading to the villa. But yeah, we stopped, got a McDonald's, you know, classic British thing to do on a road trip. You know, it's a safe bet. It's a safe bet. Don't get me wrong. It's not like we don't like French food, but it's just sometimes when you're on the road, you know, you've got a long day of driving, you just need something quick and easy, and that's what McDonald's is. But yeah, so we drive pretty much D roads the rest of the way, which is quite nice, change of scenery. To be fair, today's been a lot nicer. Even the auto route that we took, it's called the A20. I don't know how long it goes on for, but we drove at least, I think, 200 to 250 kilometres on it. And that auto route was a lot nicer than the one that I drove yesterday, which I remember we started on the A16, and I can't remember what the second part was, but it was just, the A20 was just a lot more scenic, and the road had a bit more of a flow to it, you know, a few more curves, undulations. Like, it was out of all the auto routes to drive, it was one of the nicest I've driven. It felt less tedious than the one from yesterday. So yeah, no, we're driving on some nice roads, got a bit of countryside to enjoy now, as we make our way there. Probably definitely need to stop for some fuel soon, but yeah, we'll check in with you when we're at the villa, and yeah, we'll go from there. So here we are, we've arrived at the villa. She's just up there, set in the hills of the countryside. Bit stressful getting the GT4 up this road. Potholes everywhere. Didn't scrape too much. It weren't too bad, to be fair, but yeah. So you've got lots of animals on here, but yeah, they really nice place to stay. Stunning villa down the end. So this is going to be our base for a week. So yeah, you'll just join me when we're back out on the country roads, trying to find some nice roads around this area. But GT4's all parked up, covered in bugs, dead bugs everywhere. I need to clean the windscreen. But yeah, looking forward to staying here, and I'll catch you when we're out driving. So you join us a couple of days into the holiday, and yeah, we're out today searching for some nice roads. I found a restaurant with, it's about 40 minutes away from where we're staying, and went on Google Maps, checked the road out, and I found this road, which is the D907. There's a lot of cars going by now, but there is a lot of bikes here, which is how you know it's normally quite a good road. But yeah, I mean, look at the view, it's absolutely stunning. It kind of cuts through the valley. You kind of work your way up, and then you cut through the kind of the mountain as we're heading to the restaurant where we're going to eat some lunch. But I'll put a screenshot up of the road and the route so you can actually see where it is, just in case, you know, it's hard to pinpoint it. I could say D907, but there might be a few of them in France, you don't know. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning, stunning road, and yeah, nice to be pushing the car a bit. I can hear the exhaust ticking away because we've already done a bit of driving to find this nice pull-in area. But yeah, this is what I brought this car all the way down to south of France for. There's roads like this. So yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy it a bit more. Just stopped in this nice little town. I'll screenshot the restaurant we stayed at because it was really nice, and if you're in the area, it's a really nice place to stop for lunch. The food was brilliant, the service was amazing, it was really nice, considering we don't speak any French. But this seems to be at the centre of all these nice roads. Like I said, the road we've just driven, which you've obviously seen some clips of, and yeah, it's just really nice part of the world. This is down in south of France. You've got these amazing roads right here, you've got these little towns, nice places to eat. I think, yeah, like I said, I'll screenshot it, it's definitely worth considering stopping off here. And yeah, we're just enjoying the car. Bit dusty, bit dirty, might have to find a car wash. But yeah, I think this, you know, I've been to the Alps, I've been to the Pyrenees, I've taken this to the Pyrenees, I haven't driven this in the Alps. I would love to go there, and don't get me wrong, those roads are amazing. But there's something about these roads, and like the one I've just driven, it's less hairpin after hairpin, it's more fast, sweeping roads, and that's where this car feels so good. And I think that's really where you can feel the way a car is and the way it's set up. And this car just handles so well. And yeah, I think if you like those sorts of roads, less of the, like I said, hairpin after hairpin, which sometimes you get that in the Alps. They're amazing, amazing views. The views are better, I can't deny that, if you go to that part of the world. But here, I just think you could go anywhere. You could place anywhere on your phone, on Google Maps, and you'll find a nice road. They're all carving through the mountains, carving through the valleys. So yeah, but I will screenshot, like I said, all the roads that I've been to, the places that I recommend. But yeah, I think we're gonna head back to the villa now, enjoy the road a bit more, and yeah, I might have to find a car wash because these bugs are getting cooked onto the paint. But yeah, we're gonna head off now and enjoy the drive. So yeah, we've just obviously come from that stop for lunch, and if you look ahead, we're coming back a slightly different way. It's just off the D907, the route we came down. It's just slightly off that. It's called the D147, and this is a lot more. It's less open. It's more like in the kind of forest, in the woods, driving through. Roads are a little bit tighter. Some bits are not quite as smooth, but by UK standards, they're smooth. But yeah, it's like I said, it's called the D147. yeah, we've only driven about kind of 15-20 kilometres of it, but nice little bit of road. Like I said, right next to the other one. This is what I mean, you can dart around in all different directions around here, and you're just going to find amazing roads in this part of the world. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention it since we're on it. And yeah, we're just about to join the D920. I don't know if this one will be any good, but yeah, it kind of looks like we're heading down. Like I said, we're heading to the car wash because I do need to give this a spray. It's not going to be a proper wash, but I do need to do something about it. But yeah, we'll plenty more roads to find. So we've arrived at this car wash. This is about the best one we could find. Yeah, it's got the rinsing, the foaming and stuff. It's not the best, but if you ever come here, you have to come to this front machine, click one of these programs. They get more expensive. S1 is €5, and it goes up and up and up. I'm guessing it's time related. And they give you these little coins, and then you take these coins and you put them in there, and then you pick what you want. You've got like the different types of wash, so the rinsing, the like the snow foam style thing, and you've got a wheel cleaner as well. It's more the body that I need cleaned, so I'm just going to focus on that. But yeah, we'll try and make it look a little bit better. So, yeah, got a few bugs off the front, and looks a lot better. Try to get a few of the stones off the wheels and that, but from the wheel arches. But yeah, I think I need to go and drive it to just dry it, get it straight in, and let the heat do its thing. Yeah, not an ideal car wash, but you got to do what you got to do. And the car was filthy, it had bird poo on it, and it was dusty. And when we're out here enjoying this nice weather, I want the car to look, you know, a little bit less dirty. So yeah, hop in, get on the road. So we're at our final stop for the night. We've got this really nice small bed and breakfast. I'll put a picture of it up again. It was about £80 to stay here, but really nice room, big room. They provide breakfast and stuff. I think we've got to shoot quite early, so I'm not sure we'll be able to enjoy that. But yeah, I thought I'd sum up the video now. It's been a great road trip. It's, like I said, I haven't really driven the car much over winter, so it's really good to get back in the car, and it's maybe fall in love with it all over again. You know, I've barely done any miles over winter, so to come here and bring the GT4, it was more of a family holiday, so we, you know, it was an excuse to bring the GT4 down, have a couple of days out driving like the roads that you've seen in the previous clips. But you know, it's still good to bring the car down here. I would definitely like to spend more time in the south of France. You know, I've been to the Alps, been to the Pyrenees, been to those sorts of places, and yeah, I think that part of France is a great place to go if you like good driving roads. There were so many others that I didn't get to drive that I saw on Google Maps and that, so I definitely recommend going to that part of France and exploring those roads rather than going to all the usual places. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions about the road trip or the GT4 itself, yeah, like I said, it's been a great car. I just love it. It does everything. It's got the practicality, it's got the performance, it's got the handling. They're just such good cars as an overall package. So yeah, it's been a great trip, and can't wait for the next one. Really, we're doing the Northumberland 250, which I will probably film in a couple months. So yeah, if you have any recommendations of any other road trips, let us know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.